Hi guys, this is Jack Foley from howtoovercomedepressionnow.net. Also, you can find me on my YouTube channel, How to Overcome Depression. And yeah, today I want to give you another tip, another insight on how depression may be affecting you, how you can overcome it. And I think that this this subject could be very, very important for people who are suffering bad mental states at the moment, negative mental states, because it's basically the topic of feeling guilty, or the topic of guilt. Now let me just describe to you what this means and how this can affect the person suffering from depression. Guilt basically is the result of is the resulting motion. Okay, it's the emotion that results from a person who feels unworthy. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean that when a person feels unworthy, maybe of their health, or unworthy of maybe riches that comes into their life, or unworthy of relationships that they have, or unworthy of anything good in their life, it is very easy for a person to make that person feel guilty. So let me give you an example. Just say a person has a successful business or has a good job and is earning a good salary and is very successful. Well, if there is any stint of unworthiness in that person, like maybe their brothers or their sisters or their surrounding family are do not have the same level of success, maybe in this corporate environment or in a business environment, and if there's any stint, if there's any trace of unworthiness, well, then it will be very easy for a person to make that person feel guilty. So it could be a mother, it could be a father, it could be a brother, it could be a dear friend, and all they have to say is, they basically describe themselves. They say, oh, like, look at you, you're very successful and you're leaving me alone and I don't have anything, and all these sentences are to make, in an underground way, to make the other person feel guilty. And guilt is an emotion that really destroys one's soul. If you allow guilt to affect you, you don't have any power in your life. You will do, just say unconsciously again. Like guilt, to make a person feel, to make somebody make you feel guilty, it's always in an underground level. It's always unconsciously. Nobody ever comes out and say it. So, they will control you. It'll be like you'll be at the end of a fishing line and they can control how you feel through guilt. So you cannot let guilt affect you. You must not feel guilty, because it destroys your soul. It makes you feel depressed. It makes you feel unworthy, and ultimately, again, in an unconscious way, you will help the other person. Okay, you will help the other person, be it financially, be it or else you will just go to the same level to where the other person is. So a person who feels guilty, it's very hard for that person to get ahead, because the person who feels guilty always feels bad for the other people, or always feels sorry for them, or always feels that I am unworthy, so I must help these people. I have more than they have, so I must help them. So the best way to combat this is to basically say to the other person that you must say it straight out. Are you trying to make me feel guilty? Are you trying to make me feel guilty? because once this emotion is above ground, once this emotion is on the table, well, then it has no power. Guilt only has power when it's unconsciously being fed into your mind. Ah, look at you, you are so successful, and look at me, I have nothing. I would love to have what you have. Oh, look at you, you are so healthy, you're so fit and healthy. I would love to have what you have. And all this, look at you, you have so many friends. I would love to have what you have. It only works in an underground level. They basically, when a person tries to make you feel guilty, they want something, but they don't come out and ask it. They first of all make you feel bad, make you feel guilty to get you to give it. Okay, so that's the essence of what goes on with this emotion. So you do not let people do not let people make you feel guilty. Okay, do not let people make you feel guilty. And I want to finish on this. The best thing you can do with your life is to make the most of yourself. Okay, to make the most of yourself. And what do I mean to make the most of yourself? What I mean is to be abundantly successful in all areas of your life. In your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, in your spiritual life, in everything. Everything. And you know, this for me makes an outstanding life. And if everybody had an attitude like this, that is how you help people who really need help. You do not help people by going to the same level as them. Let me repeat, you do not help people by thinking that you must help them before you help yourself. This is so false. This is a false teaching, and the quicker you snap out of it, the better. So never let people make you feel guilty. The best thing you can do for your life is to go out there and make the most of your life. And this is how you help people. Okay, people don't need charity, people need inspiration. And how you can inspire people is by going out there in your life and making the most out of yourself. I fundamentally believe this, and I fundamentally will wage war against people who try to use guilt on other people. Okay, it is so unfair, especially if the person does not know what is happening. And this is what transpires a lot. A person who experiences guilt does not know what's happening until they become aware of it. Okay, you must become aware of it. But if you're watching this video now, and if you ever feel bad for somebody else, but also you feel bad for yourself, and you're kind of caught in the middle of two, you know, different emotions, you're sad and guilty at the same time, you know, this is unconsciously, this other person is using guilt on you, and he's making you feel unworthy and guilty. This person basically wants something from you. So remember this. And as I said, guilt is totally destructive. Okay, never let anybody else make you feel guilty, because you know, in life everybody needs to take responsibility for their own lives. Okay, and the best thing you can do with your life is to do that. Go out, take responsibility, and never let people make you feel bad for what you accomplish in life. Okay, because if you do that, if you let people make you feel like this, it will get you depressed. And you know, nobody wants to get depressed. So the way to fight depression here definitely is do not let people make you feel guilty. So I hope you learned something from this video. Stay updated on my blog, howtoovercomedepressionnow.net.